All right, before we get started on my slides, I just want to say I have the rather dubious task of trying to bring all of these things together, and not having seen any of these presentations before, that was quite a challenge. But I'm not here today to talk about, is there weird, it sounds okay? I'm not here to talk about the Joe Daviess Conservation Foundation so much as to talk about how do we take all 150 plus of us in this room and bring something together out of that, all of this good work that we're doing on our own. Okay. So we've each come here today with our own story of this piece of paradise. What unites us, I think, is a love for this place, a love for its waters, its bluffs, and its people. This place is like no other in the world. Our geology is totally unique. It's bisected by a world-class river, which is the lifeblood for the plants and animals and people that have called this place home for millennia. We've already seen some of what harbors the stunning array of plants and animals in this place. The Iowa Plasticine snail, found only in algific talus slopes, is unique to this area. We've also learned about the many cultures, the groups of people who have lived along the banks of this Mississippi for 15,000 years and within this landscape. One of the reasons I'm here is that a board member of mine challenged our organization to think big. What if we helped create a Mississippi National Park in the Driftless area, she thought. What if we worked across state lines to bring national attention to this place? Well, back in the 1900s, a group of people, not unlike us, did that. They tried to create the Mississippi National Park. In 1916, a report was made and a petition put forward. At the same time, a petition was put forward for the Grand Canyon National Park. The project contemplates the purchase of lands near McGregor, Iowa, and across the river into Prairie du Chien. A large area was imagined. Of course, this never happened, but efforts continued, and eventually in 1949, President Truman designated a small portion of the proposed park area as Effigy Mounds National Monument. Today, over 80,000 people visit the National Monument annually. It's an incredible place of natural beauty and cultural history, but ultimately it only tells one part of the story of the Driftless. How do we tell the whole story of this area? This place so special to the story of our country in so many big and so many small ways. How do we bring it all together? In her book, 1,000 Pieces of Paradise, Lynn Hazley gives voice to the many perspectives that shape decisions in this region. How do we bring all those perspectives together in one grand story of this place? Creating a national heritage area is one possibility. I'm supposed to read the slide, but I can't see it, so you can read it. So a national heritage area is a public-private partnership that brings together federal, state, and local government entities with nonprofit entities, private foundations, businesses, academic institutions to tell one grand story of one special place. Like national parks, national heritage areas are designated by Congress and require a lot of political support from U.S. representatives, senators, elected officials. So developing a national heritage area is no small task. Typically, national heritage areas have several main visitor centers and smaller portals for learning where people gather to learn the stories of the land and the people that inhabit it. Where would we have centers where we could best tell the story of the national history of the Upper Mississippi Driftless? Likewise, where would we put centers for telling the vast, diverse human stories of the Upper Mississippi Driftless area? I'm hoping you're thinking about those things right now. So bringing this all together, I think, is thinking about our individual stories and would it float all of our boats higher? Could we do more? Could we have greater impact on this area, bring more economic resources, bring more awareness to this area with a National Heritage Area designation? I think that's the case, and I challenge all of us to be this group and make that transformation that our first speaker talked about. Thank you.